first blood. We do have that flank attempt to come through, and FaceCrack's actually successful. That's going to be players down in the halls. NAVI haven't even got a bomb plant here. They haven't even got kills. Flamey finds a couple out of nowhere, and Electronic is still here. This is winnable. They can wait. They can be patient. There's another flank, though, and FaceCrack now dead, but Z-Power does get the revenge, and he will close the round with it as well. ForZe taking a pistol round to start us off.
Yeah, continuing to build upon this momentum from that map win over on Inferno. And a pretty decisive pistol round. You know, were it not for those little bits of heroics at the end from Electronic and Flamey, that there could have been, you know, a potential 5 alive round from ForZe. It's those few chance kills that Flamey's able to snap up that make it look even doable for a moment. ForZe constricting this B-bomb site. And now, no force buy from NAVI. They'll just take an eco here in the second round. MP9s are plenty for ForZe. I'm wondering what they've got up their sleeve.
Ooh. Well, Electronic, the end of his sleeve is his hand, and his hand's holding on to a Deeg. Big kill. Nice little camera as well. Drop down the pop. Jerry trying to go back in with a flash, but his face cracked to crack faces, or just two rather. Electronic trading again. His Deagle is so fast, but not fast enough for Flit. These MP9s are going to seal the deal. ForZe, it gets dicey, it gets scary, but they luckily will take that second round. And now NAVI coming in with guns. There's no bonus here really for ForZe. They got a couple of SMGs, but they can buy up rifles around that and have a pretty decent buy.
Yeah, the AWP's coming out already for ForZe, I would imagine as well. There's money to drop that over thanks to Flit getting a couple of kills there. And you can see he spent $4,750. That's exactly what he's done. He's dropped that over into the hands of Z-Power. Almaze are going to run the bonus round here with that MP9. Rifles for everybody else over on the NAVI side. And Electronic fast out through main. Interestingly enough, only... Whoa, Electronic's low. Only 2 players here. As ForZe have pushed 3 over towards B, now leaving once they've got those 2 players set up in the upper halls. And this is fantastic. The timing here is great. They catch Flamey with a nade out. And now for NAVI, this represents a big problem. The only player that they had over towards B is gone. As a result, ForZe have full information. So NAVI, their choices were they either try and battle back for upper control over at the B bomb site, or they commit to A here and now. They've gone for the latter, but they find themselves in a 2v4 as a result.
Still cordoned into the connector right now. Boomich is trying to close the distance, and they're going to start to rotate off. Audio that might be misinterpreted. There's still a player close by. Almaza can creep on out. Top of the train is simple, and he's looking for an angle. Been spotted, has to reposition if he wants to stay alive. He's low HP. A shot away from death. And Boomich is to a shot to the face of Almaza. Not ready for a close Ivy player. Flick trades. Simple's got to do it all on his own. He's so low, and they almost line up. He sprays, he prays, but it's ForZe to find a third on the retake.
And so now we've seen this kind of this upper tunnel, the upper halls aggression over towards B a couple of times from ForZe. They're trying to bring that in. They had the MP9 on Almaza, so you understand why they throw it in that round there. And now for NAVI, I think what this is going to do is it's going to scare NAVI into having to play a very slow game of Counter-Strike where they will have to hold all of these positions. You know, you're looking at Ivy, you're looking at the B halls, you're looking at holding for these main pushes. And so as a result, I think, you know, already having conditioned NAVI to have to worry about these things only slows down this T side from them. And if you're ForZe, that's exactly what you want.
That's unfortunate. Boomich receiving end of a bullet from the AWP. Push through the Molotov is going to get absolutely sauced up by Flit. Gets a kill and should be able to double it. There it goes. Just Flamey left alive. A Deeg to his name. And that's all in the game. It's ForZe with a 4-0.
Okay, special announcement. Everybody get your popcorn and put it down for 1 second. Drum rolls may be necessary, maybe not. I've got 5 individuals that make up one team that will be joining the Pro League. Fallen CS, Fur, Taco, K&G, Mayern will be joining us. That is MIBR joining Group C to compete in the American Division for the ESL Pro League Season 11. Welcome, MIBR. Welcome, Brazil.
Que ota. You love to see it, having MIBR back here in the Pro League. And of course, like you said, in that Group C, we do have an American division. Oh, that's an ang and a half for Electronic. Patience pays off as the AWP gets dropped. Flick gets flashed off. Can he go Bames John, though? Almost 7-0. Just needs this kill, and there it is. Second man, though. Dodges a flash so well, but Electronic is so quick to trade. He had a rough map on Inferno, but he's already showing signs of life here in this one. The powerful pistol round with a couple of strong Deegs, and now 2 in this one. 4-on-3 for NAVI. They've got the advantage. What will they do with it? Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, Flamey catching the timing there. Face crack not ready. Gives another kill over to NAVI, and now ForZe just grouping both players up over here towards the A-bomb site. Jerry is going to have his work cut out for him. Oh, there's Flamey just walking out from Pop. Jerry discounted that position maybe a little too soon. Almeza all alone. And this is surely just going to be the save. If he holds on to this M4, they get rifles out in the next round, no problem. They've got AWPs, they've got utility, they've got everything they could need. Now the question becomes for Almeza, how expensive can he make this round? Ooh. Okay,
take that.
There's another one. That's a freebie. Boomich. Acting in the server, how he did in that little video we showed before getting into this, this series. Having a little dance around, and he gets punished for it. Might even be able to find another one here. I mean, if you take this many weapons out of the round as Almeza, that's fantastic. Vector's gone back to retrieve the AWP. Almeza's going to get his hands on a Krieg. NAVI get their first round on the board with 2 players staying alive. So money hasn't grown for NAVI. They'll have to do that in the coming rounds.
Well, they've broken the curse. They've cracked off the seal. Time to take a big swing. Got the AWP back in play as well. Almeza's keeping his Krieg from the previous round. Simple versus Z-Power. The battle of the ages. We talk about Z-Power's CT AWPing being very, very good. Far better than that of his T-Open, which is still excellent. But again, Electronic, he's holding, he switched sides, and he's been red this time. Z-Power finds that frag, and ForZe take a man advantage. NAVI, they're all inner halls. They might just commit towards B, but Almeza wants to throw a spanner in the works. Jerry's about to spot this with the big chug down on ramp as they go for a contact play, and Almeza, this kill could be everything here. Krieg missing the shot. Flamey gets away. It's all on the chug. Ooh. 2 shots and a kill for Jerry. They're coming at him from both sides, jumping down. Jerry almost gets 3. The AWP eventually overwhelmed, and Flamey alone. 8-4. Great game so far. This would be unthinkable.
Yeah, Flamey would have to ace this round. Well, he's got 4. It just needs magic number 5. It's Face Crack, though, a man who is everything and more. Wrapping around, elusive as ever. Face Crack in the back line, flailing away. Deals with Flamey. 5th round for ForZe. And an F in chat as NAVI dropped the ball on that one.
Now, I did say that NMIBR would be joining Group C, and that means they're going to be joining teams like Swole Patrol, 100 Thieves, Evil Geniuses, Furia, and Team Liquid. MIBR being that 6th team. Good luck over there.
Yeah, that's a competitive group, and we'll be getting to, of course, Group C and Group D in some time. We are covering A and B for these opening days of the Pro League.
It's true.
Coming to the culmination of that NAVI, we've already talked about it earlier on. If they lose this map or series, because they can still win this and lose a series with the final map, of course, being that of Nuke. If they lose this series, they can no longer make it to stage 2 of this season of Pro League. Doesn't mean they're relegated, just means that they are playing for placement.
They actually, there is, well, hang on, we'll revisit this because it's a very, very complicated matter. I've received some word on this one, but let's get back to it. As Simple has opened this round up with this hero AWP that was dropped over to him.
Yeah, Z-Power dead early on. That's a huge opening kill for NAVI to find. Z-Power was able to open up the previous round down Ivy. Not today. FaceCrack has gained some significant real estate. Housing market in a bit of a crisis. NAVI have sold their stocks and shares, and FaceCrack has snapped them all up. He's waiting. Gets spotted, though. It's a good peek for Perfecto, and how the hell does he get out of there alive?
Very, very carefully. Jerry posted up in the E-box, gives himself 2, looks for a 3rd, almost gets it too. Flamey down to 56 HP. And here's
Oh.
Flit. Does have the big op, just barely missing. That time he didn't know Electronic's going to be on the lesser end, the receiving end.
Yeah, both players dropping down from atop the trains, trying to close the distance here. Oh, almost the flick back in. Missed shot from Simple. Flit's still on 5 HP and is just being everything for
the ball
ForZe.
down.
That comes to a close. Flit with just 5 points of health. Not only does he deliver some critical kills in an important moment, but he slows down the rate at which NAVI are able to get into the bomb site, buys time for that flank to come in. And just what a performance from him, dodging those engagements.
And now this is a little bit tricky, right? This is where it comes down to a few different things happening. If NAVI lose here, since we do have a U.S. Air Force tactical timeout, let me explain to you guys how they can still advance, all right?
It's a lot to take in.
It is a little bit. Get your Crayolas out.
Okay.
Maybe a couple markers here and there.
Ooh.
There is one way that they can still be through after this match if they do lose. That's NAVI. If they win all their matches and North lose all their matches and Fnatic loses against ForZe, then on tiebreakers, NAVI is third. So Hugo, the quick maths, nothing quick about that one.
So there is still, so you're saying there's a chance?
I'm
First.
saying there's a chance.
Wow.
And as it looks right now, well, NAVI don't seem to have any answers.
Dangerous.
Stonks and ForZe going up.
Buy ForZe coin now.
Man,
ForZe coin.
Is Jerry just trying to get me to love him even more? He keeps bringing out the big chug, and he's been looking great with it. Like a menace with this weapon. Oh, he's going aggressive. Here he is. Chug, first man down. A little bit more maybe. He trades it away onto the Krieg, and that's him running for the hills. Man advantage taken. Once again, it's the same problem for NAVI where they've lost these upper halls, and so now they've just got to have this long pause where they try and clear all these angles once again. This kind of area that they're meant to have early on. Well, now they've got to waste a lot of time clearing this out.
And of course, the man that goes down is the highest performer in the server right now. It's Flamey. He's kneeling.
Yeah, Jerry wrecked him so hard he's been frozen in time. He's hand soloed him.
All right, that's not bad. I'll give you that one. I think we could take this moment, or you know what? We'll wait till the next round. I know of a certain person that is just chomping at the bit to get involved. So I'm gonna let him think about his whole life before we do involve him. Here we go.
Ooh, that's a big kill. NAVI are down the ramp and into the B site. The bomb yet to make its way to plant, waiting for that Molotov to fade, and it has, but as the plant comes in, Almeza can't stop it, but he can refrag it. Boomich dead. Man advantage on this retake. Kicks galore as well. 3 of them on this CT side. Simple's missed a shot, and he's lost a lot of life as a result. No tap on the bomb just yet. That would be nice to force a fight. There is a Molotov for Perfecto, and no smoke to stop that, so that going out quickly is good. Perfecto dead straight after, and Simple realizing maybe this one is not worth its weight in gold. Maybe it's time to save. As the defuse starts to come through, Simple is just holding off passive.
Yeah, that's a done deal. 7th on the board there for ForZe. Simple will retain the AWP going into the next round. The round of 9.
Who did you want to bring in, Trace?
So, Rushley.
Yes.
Hey, man. How you doing over there, buddy?
How you guys doing? You doing well?
Yeah, you know, I'd say things are going pretty well for us. Not so much NAVI. What are you seeing right here? What is your take on the matchup during this U.S. Air Force tactical timeout?
Honestly, I can't explain it. ForZe have got some boys on there that face cracking heads. We like to see it. It is pretty impressive, but it's NAVI. You know, what's going on?
Did you watch Katowice?
Yeah, exactly. Did you watch Katowice?
Yeah.
I can't explain this. 7-1, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, NAVI in Katowice certainly were involved in some trains in the server, out of the server.
Yeah, some hype trains, I'll give you that.
Hype trains and definitely laying waste. Now, Rushley, I know you're really killing it in the commentary stuff. Now, we're not going to ask you to do that again. I think we've reached our quota for the day. But
Excellent.
I just want to say that the reception by the community has been very well. And moreover, you are the winner of the ESL Pro League Casting Challenge.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys later.
See you, man.
Love you, Rush.
Mean it.
Say it back once.
Nah, that moment of opportunity's passed. And now another opportunity for NAVI to get into this game a little bit more. 7-1, they are not happy. They cannot be content with this, as they have little to no rounds here over on the T side of Train. really not making a case to push us into nuke, are they?
Yeah, but it's early days. Remember ForZe went 8-0. You know, okay, I'm trying to paint a non-grim picture.
Yeah,
remember, ForZe went 8-0 up on Inferno. Remember that game went the distance. And remember that Na'Vi are not waiting for anyone as they rush into this B bomb site and into the AWP. Ooh. As a result, maybe they shouldn't have. It's a trade for Flamey, but is it too late? As a re-peek out connector does not work out. Jerry missing the shots on the spray. And Flamey, they're going to bail. I love this. The issue is FaceCrack is one step ahead. He's going to hear everything, and he's going to be able to stop it in its tracks. The bomb goes flying down the pop dog. He doesn't even need to commit. His team are already beginning their rotation towards A, and Simple's going to try and stick this plant.
Yeah, just lucky happening right there that the bomb goes down the ladder. Electronic finds the kill on the FaceCrack. It's Almazar here in the site. Now he's giving away his position. He's going to drop the Molotov. He's going to create a very weird situation here for Navi to try to recover. And there you have it. Catches Simple on the move. And that AWP taking a miracle to hit that shot. One-on-one, Electronic very low, 29 HP. Almazar not sure where he is, though. He's wrapping back around towards the E-box. And passing like ships in the night. Almazar going the wrong way.
Stick it, or you lose. Hello, Electronic? Oh, no, not like this.
Wow. So close. But a second round on the board here for Navi. Electronic does it to him, Harry.
Yeah, just about right, but a big round from him once again. That's what's been needed to keep Na'Vi even remotely competitive right now. 2-7 as they get that second round on the board. Now, it is T-side train, right? So we can look to have this go in ForZe's favor. That wouldn't be the end of the world for Na'Vi, drawing to the close of this first half, but they do need a bit more than this. Electronic might just help them get there.
There's a third tactical timeout for Na'Vi. They've used them in 3 rounds in a row. So really just trying to take a breather, trying to work out what's going wrong. I like that rotation that Na'Vi made, right? They get into B, they trade out the AWP, Flamey kills the rotation off connector, and at that point you know that ForZe have so many players either in B or coming to B that rotating is a smart call. Even though FaceCrack spots it, he drops the bomb. Luckily it falls down the ladder. Na'Vi are able to pick it up and they're able to run wild with it.
And to be fair, Flamey pretty much escapes death there in that moment. He was so low, he got the frags, they got out of there, they got back to outside, and albeit the flank was pushed up, the rotation was caught by ForZe. But as the story unfolds, the bomb does drop down the ladder, and had it dropped in the upper part of the halls, that could have been a totally different round.
For sure. Oh, wallbang attempt. Z-Power needs to be careful. Simple doesn't connect it though. Perfecto holding close main as well. ForZe are going to be the ones trying to bring a bit of aggression here. Z-Power needs to be careful, cautious even. The Shadow will give away FaceCrack ahead of time, and he's going to peek in with it. Does get the immediate kill. That is absolutely mental.
Yeah, that guy's nuts.
Yeah.
It almost looked like they were trying something there with that as well. Putting the barrel of the AWP just on the corner so you could see the Shadow, trying to time it with FaceCrack's peak perhaps. They get a kill as well with the AWP over in main. ForZe sit 2 players up in a round where they really didn't have much coming into it, right? They'd invested, they had the AWP out, they had 2 M4s, but then they had pistol players, and now you wouldn't even know that looking at how this round is shaped up. Na'Vi, 50 seconds. They took a pause ahead of this one. They had to think about it.
They got 1 left. Uno mas.
This is the result of it, you know? Flit up on top of the train, keeping an eye on main. Deals with the first man, looking to inflict a bit more pain. Boomich. Oh, Flamey.
See ya, Jerry.
Deletes the man in Pop Dog, but Z-Power's in for the immediate trade. Boomich now, lots of damage done. With only 25 seconds, his options are running thin. ForZe an 8th round now as they go 8-2 up. We talked about hand solo a couple of rounds ago. Well, this is starting to feel like free solo with the huge mountain that Na'Vi have before them. They're going to have to climb back up. That one's for Launders, by the way, in case he's watching. Big fan of that film. Documentary, whatever.
It's fine, Harry. Words are just things. That drop from Flamey is savage. 13-9, he really is performing, you know, whether it's RNG or not. He's getting it done, but Na'Vi, can't say the same about them. 2 rounds, another half by pistol armor.
Here we go. Jerry on the, what you would say, chug.
Chug train.
Chug train, on train. Ooh. Pistols in this round. Nice spray there towards Ivy. Simple's going to fall. Boomich is going to fall. But eventually, Flit also does. Now, Jerry, pushing through the back lines here, has an inclination. He knows that a player just went down the ladder. He's going to check around, wants to make sure that he's alone, wants to make sure it's just not a double flank.
I like this, though. He's got a teammate that pushed with him. He can cover Pop Dog while Jerry just full flanks T-Spawn and make sure that main is clear. It's being watched, but on a timing right now. Ooh, bang, 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 bang. He's doing it.
God.
Takes a minute, but that's a frag.
It's just so violent with that weapon, you know?
It really is.
And not only that, is once that first kill comes across with the auto shotgun, that is a scary thing to be heard across the entirety of the map.
Yeah, man, it just rings out. You hear it in the server, and it's a scary gun to run into. You know, that's why we give it the name Big Chug, because it does chunk you down when you give it the chance. Electronic, alone, just the deagle. And now dead. ForZe, 9-2. They deal with that attempted partial investment from NAVI very, very well, only losing one man in the process. Or two players, rather. But yeah, I mean, this is looking fantastic for ForZe. I don't think you could have asked for anything better right now. NAVI, they are in a rough spot. Perfecto with 1 kill. Simple with just 4. Flamey and Electronic having to be the players leading the charge. And a fast A play once again. They're going to give it another go here on the NAVI side. We're running straight out. Bit of a change of pace from Perfecto as he throws himself into the firing line, looking for anything. But all the kills are coming up ForZe once again. No one from NAVI has even really done any damage. This is ridiculous. 3 players gone, and you're relying on Simple and Electronic. Now just Electronic. This might be a flawless round from ForZe to take a 10th.
Oh, the lineups are there, but
man.
the reality is not. Electronic traded after just 1, and that double digs for Ford. They're up to 10. ForZe, rather. They're up to 10. You could call them Ford because they are driving to the finish line, Trace. They are almost there.
Our hire car, our rental car, is a Ford.
Really?
Yeah. Been having a little bit of fun with that.
Yeah, it's very nice. Got some power.
Come on now, I wouldn't say all that, but it...
Not that we would use it irresponsibly. With great power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
And there's no man more responsible than Trace Stunner Saranthus.
Also questionable.
At least you're honest. Z Power.
Oh, he's so hungry. Yeah, that's a bit greedy.
But yeah.
That's a 10-2 play right there.
Oh,
just wait.
Ballsy Flamey on 12 HP wants to play around with the fire. It might turn into a marshmallow if he's not careful.
Simple, mate. There's an AWP over there. Could you get it for me?
Oh, here it comes.
Bang.
Perfecto's naded down low in amongst all that as well. Simple,
Oh,
just
no.
as he unscopes the timing there on that peak. Admittedly, still alive, still fighting, and that's a scary thing for ForZe. Look at this in the meantime. Look over at A. They've pushed through Ivy. They've cleared this. Now, this can't be a crazy long Ivy flank, surely. If they're sneaking this whole way, they're far too late to help out over at B. This is getting them the information, though, that this is going to be the B play. At least these guys that are here know what's coming their way. But even though they've been warned about the storm, are they prepped for it? Almeza dealing with the first man. Molotov out of position, very low on H. That's BS. Nah, man, Alt F4, get out. Simple will get the trade onto Jerry. Face Crack and Flit, 2 versus 2. And they are already arriving on this wrap round. Electronic damage onto Flit does get the kill, but this makes Face Crack's position that much more deadly, perhaps. They're not going to anticipate a man to have gotten down the ramp. Simple maybe has an inkling. Face Crack, he's gone the other way. And Simple, 1 step ahead, secures that 3rd round for NAVI. Considering they go into that with just pistols, that is stellar.
Yeah, hard flanks for ForZe get read by NAVI as well. They don't spot enough players down on the site. That B play was pretty telegraphed at that point, right? You saw lots of players in the box halls. Simple showed off the AWP as well. Picked that up from the body of Z Power, who's definitely going to regret that re-peak now. He's back on the AWP, though, luckily enough, for the last couple of rounds of the half. And I don't think we'll see any kind of crazy plays like that again. Not for the time being. Want to make sure you don't let NAVI get back in with a 10-5 half. If you can 12-3 this bad boy, that's amazing. Quick switch from Rush. He's so fast on the fingers. Jerry's going to take down Flamey with the old chuggaroo up in the B halls and just bail out of it as well. Get an AK, get back to the safety of Connector, and one by one, NAVI on the A site getting picked apart. This this A play is just so diluted, separated. Oh, Na'Vi, one by one, they go with no flashbangs to follow. ForZe are in a 5-on-1.
Again, and it's Electronic left to try and do it again over here in main. Now, he hasn't been able to do it yet, and that's not changing now. Face crack with 3.
Of course.
ForZe in with an 11th round, and they are handing it to Na'Vi in this first half. Last round of the first half coming up now. And a 4-11, maybe that's recoverable for Na'Vi. That was almost a big enough margin for them to kind of hit the ground running back on Inferno. But a 4th round. Oh, Simple. Very lucky. Not so lucky there.
Oh, man. What do you even do? Flick getting sprayed through the smoke at Ivy is going to give him 50 HP. And with that Krieg, he's going to back off just a little bit. Na'Vi posted up at Ivy. Just holding. It'll be Jerry. Should find first contact. Can't find the frag, though. Finally, a smoke comes out. Does give a little bit of a window here for movement, except for Flit running through it, hoping for the best. In the last round and a half, you're up 11-3. You know what? Send it.
Yeah, you just got to hope this doesn't become one of these situations where little things like that, where you've just gone for a ballsy play because you're dominating, you know, they're the rounds that kind of creep back into your head if you get those comeback scenarios like we saw on Inferno. So we'll have to wait and see if that even plays into things. 3 versus 4. This isn't a done deal by any stretch of the imagination. Woo! Electronic will get 1. Z-Power, fast flick there to find Boomich. There's players all around. How is he still alive? Oh, he almost gets away. Almeza out from the connector. Perfecto should be able to deal with him, and he does. A 4th round solidified at the very end of this first half, but ForZe still lead the way with a huge margin. Already 1-0 up in this series. Can they take it in 2, or will Na'Vi bounce back? Join us after the break to find out.
the game. And in case you weren't here before the break, we did announce that the last team to be joining, well, I think it's the last team to be joining ESL Pro League this season will be made in Brazil, MIBR, you might know them as. They're going to be joining Group C.
Yeah, exciting stuff over in the NA region as well, right? You got some big boys over there. You got 100 Thieves. You got the likes of Liquid, EG. I mean, these are teams that I really can't wait to see. Obviously, it is online, but it's going to be exciting to see how these guys take each other on domestically over in that region. Yeah,
there's something about NA online games as well. They just have that fire about them, right? Flare. And yeah, I think that'll be a real treat for everyone involved. You can see that time has started ticking down at the top of our screens. That means one thing, and one thing only. We are getting into this pistol round 11-4 at the end of that first half. For those of you who are just tuning in, you have missed a stellar matchup. As those GG bet odds might tell you, you can see this is overwhelmingly in favor of ForZe right about now. That is after an 8-0 lead back on Inferno. They were able to pick up that map over there. Train now 11-4 up at the end of the first half. NAVI, they need to fight tooth and nail if they want to stand any chance of even taking us to map number 3.
Yeah, it's going to be a long climb back. And there's one man that's potentially changing the game. It's going to be simple. He's already pushed up into upper. He does have a CZ. He's going to be that first point of contact. See ya. Just kidding. Wasn't really even there. Almazer takes him out with ease, and FaceCrack's going to continue to do what he does, now with a Glock. This guy is absolutely on one today.
How did he beat a USP at the backtracks with a Glock?
Sometimes you don't miss.
That doesn't make any sense. It took him like 3 bullets to kill that player. I don't know. The accuracy is there. The bomb's not even going B, and Na'Vi have fully fallen for this. Look at that outside site right now. It's getting planted by Almazer. We got Z-Power and a Deagle. The confidence is flowing. It is viscous here for ForZe, and Na'Vi finally should be realizing the error of their ways. Back to the A site they go. They got a kit smoke, but so much map control to regain, and Flit is already in the connector, forcing the gunfights. Flamey dead, and surely this is impossible for Na'Vi at this point. Double peek, just to rub salt in the wound.
Yeah, Perfecto has a real chance here, but as I say that, it's actually removed. It is no longer a chance, it is a guarantee. ForZe will be taking that pistol round here in the second half, which ultimately leaves an even bigger deficit for Na'Vi to try to climb out of. Again, we told you some of the ways that Na'Vi can still move forward to the second group should they lose this map. And perhaps I just reiterate that once more, if that's okay with you two. Is that okay?
Go ahead, go crazy.
Okay. So, if Na'Vi lose this map, that could mean that they still make it in the second group stages. If they win all their matches and North lose all of their matches, and Fnatic loses against ForZe, then on to tiebreakers, Na'Vi is third. Here we are in the game.
Yeah, nothing fun about relying on other teams to lose their games. Not. But obviously that relies on Na'Vi beating both Cole and Fnatic. And, well, if they lose this, they'll be down 0-3. That's a rough spot to turn around from. But hey, they are making the best out of a bad situation right now in a 5-on-3 on the Eco. Boomich and Simple finding the first couple of kills of this round. Electronic, powerful position. If he gets a frag in main, it's the bomb dropped and likely the round done. He'll walk back though. Safe decision. 5-on-3. Don't need to force those engagements. Wait for ForZe to come to you.
Yeah, Jerry breaks the glass there just to give the illusion that they are towards these upper halls, and that's going to keep 2 players over towards B for the time being, as well as Boomich down in the pop dog. He could be an important swing player, especially when you take into account this position of Electronic as well. Over on the E box, these two can try and play off of one another to shut this down. The one way this falls apart is if Flamey isn't able to at least delay this push out from Ivy. If they go barreling out, Electronic is dead in the water. Flamey has to hold the line, and they managed to get by him. Now Electronic, you can see his attention's had to turn back, and he's nervous. This is not a nice spot to be in. You've got a lot of places to worry about, and no cover from your entire backside. Electronic going to try and close the gap a bit here, get a bit closer with this MAC-10. Almazer will pick it up, but he's brought down so low. That's the bomb now, 7 seconds, no time for Jerry, even if he wanted there to be. This is a round going the way of Na'Vi. One thing that was really nice there, to begin that round, FaceCrack goes barreling out from main. I don't know if you caught it. Runs into the A-bomb site. Admittedly, dies immediately, But he gets all the way to that sandwich smoke, and it looked like his plan was just to go and get that deep that quickly and then hide in it. So it didn't work there in that round, but I think that's something interesting that we can keep an eye on. See if ForZe try and throw another one of these very, very quick rounds in where they get players deep. We saw G2 with Hunter and co doing plays like that last season, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah, never getting punished. They did the same thing for like 12 rounds in a row, and it just worked every single time. I think that was versus North as well. Old North, different one to the one we got now. Slightly. Stieg spamming main, plenty of ammo, plenty of time. His team is smoked off. ForZe are waiting outside Ivy. Flamey just checking it and spamming it. ForZe making it very clear they're in this position. And as a result, you can see NAVI peel a player off of that B-bomb site. Perfecto solo in a difficult role, obviously. We'll see if that comes into question later on in the game. Oh, there's a barrel. Simple is waiting for the repeat. And oh my God.
Oh,
I need to see a replay of that. I don't understand. Oh, God, and face cracks up here as well. This is an eco for ForZe. It's a force that might go their way. Flitz found a kill through the smoke. It's all down on 2 players, and ForZe are making this a reality. Nice spray from Perfecto. Does damage, gets 2, but the trade is imminent.
Boomich, 1v3, face crack on 32. Came out of T-Con, went to Olaf, found a kill there, gave the information that there was another play at Ivy. ForZe then swarms. They take him down, still in an advantageous situation as it stands. Bomb hasn't been planted, but it is about that time. They're going to run it inner. He's going to put his Adidas on and try to hightail it in there to the site, and it looks like he will make it. Bomb will be going down. And they found Boomich, or rather Boomich found Amlazer. And we have a 13th round on the board here for ForZe, don't we?
Oof, yeah. I mean, it's going to be 14 as well. NAVI have to eco... Sorry. NAVI have to eco this round. That shot is filthy on a left eye peak of all things.
Doesn't even seem fair.
NAVI forcing, and I was wondering when I said that they have to eco, I was questioning if they even would, because we had a couple of players on 1400, and you know, okay, you're ecoing for 14, but you're gonna have like 3,500. That's not even enough for an M4 armor. So, yeah, I guess, you know, what can you really do at this point? It is feeling like the last couple of chances here for NAVI. That's a great start, but they've got to do something with it. AK picked up here for Boomich.
Yeah, good shot there from Boomich. And certainly they can use all the help they can get at this point. He recovers the AK and continues to hold down this pop dog area, this ladder area. Stacked up towards Ivy is going to be ForZe on the approach. Jerry hanging back towards T-Con.
See, these back and forth force spies are a little saddening because, you know, it's Train, it's a great AWP map, and we have the best AWPer in the world in the server, and then obviously Simple as well on the other team. Z-Power might not even get a chance to don that big green gun over here for the ForZe squad. Simple lying in wait over here towards the Ivy side. Meant to be keeping an eye on it, but that smoke's blocked him off. Flamey now trying to look down the line, does tag a scout.
Okay.
And deals with face crack. Simple tries to swoop in and save the day. He gets dropped, but it's Flamey showing up. 2 kills on the scout, leaves Almazer all alone.
Very winnable.
Yeah.
No
Just
longer
about
winnable.
30 seconds of time left, and took some duels. Didn't go that well. Good job on Flamey right there to hold it down towards Old Bomb with the scout of all weapons. And you see, ForZe can push into that back line. They can't get all the way to Old Bomb. Then they are stopped. Get you another one, Flame Dog. Bang.
13-6. Hey, I mean, NAVI win the force. That's something, right? You know, going into that one, assuming they were going to lose it, and this could have been the end of the series. But now that they've given themselves a lifeline, similarly to that of Inferno, where they tried to pull the comeback, they failed, but they did a lot of rounds in a row. Made it close, but close is not a win here, Trace. We don't accept close at the ESL Pro League. We only are here for the wins.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Ah, yeah.
Which is not a game together. Like, you don't play them at the same time. It's not like hand grenades and horseshoes at the same time, but you guys understand, I hope. Moving forward, we will. With the Krieg. The lineup as well. They're just going to give it to Flamey. He is on one right now. 21 in frags, 95 ADR, and what is 6 rounds here for NAVI. Certainly showing that he's got a punch to pack.
It's better than Packer punching. These guns are good enough. Don't need to make them any better.
Yeah, I mean, the Krieg already is in its final form. Meza, a long way from the rest of his squad. Likely just going to try and sell a bit of a B-fake. They could try and wrap 3 CT, but with no smokes, I think you're going to have a very, very tough time of that if you're ForZe. Flamey's holding down this position, and he's been stellar in this map. He's been the real kind of reliable player within the NAVI squad to actually step on up. So they've got to get past him, and that's quite the challenge. Jerry makes it look almost a little too easy. Mops up the first man, but this is where Simple activates up there on top of the train, doubling down, and now it's just Almeza left. They see him, they spot him, they drop him. NAVI, a 7th round on the board.
$13-7. Let's remember that score. It's, well, it was 13-6. I guess let's remember that score and see if we can bring that up in a little bit. It was 15-6 to ForZe Backward Inferno, and NAVI got it up to 13 before they eventually lost on that B site. The ForZe just kept on stacking, and now ForZe have to give them an 8th. It's full eco. We got a Zeus. Flit, where are you going with that one, buddy? Are you dropping down Pop? Are you running down Ramp? Both of those options, yeah, Pop, you know, nice try, but Boomich got there too early and too far away. The bullets lay down the pain. Simple's dropped the bomb in B halls, and this should just be all said and done at this point. Nice dink. But nothing here for Jerry to do but wait. I mean, he could be using this right now to chat to his team to come up with the idea for the next round. They know their money situation. They know they've got at least 44. So plenty to buy up, just not enough for the AWP. Actually, I say that, sorry, Z-Pow's on 29, so he will be just fine. Boomich picked up the Zeus that wasn't used, and he was trying to use it for a second. Jerry gonna drop. Yeah, gets what he deserves, I think.
Boomich has been a real menace over towards Pop Dog. I wonder what ForZe have up their sleeve to deal with him.
Face Crack's running out main, Harry. He hasn't bought any grenades and he has $600.
He's doing exactly it again.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Well, doing something along those lines.
There we go, down through Pop Dog. Fast play into the A-bomb site. Gets in the face of Boomich. It's only 1 kill, and it's quickly traded. 4-on-4, but you know, if you're NAVI, you've only lost an MP9 man. That's the kill you're going to worry about more. Jerry besting Electronic Flamey. Oh, come on, man, he's right there. You can feel it. You can feel the tension. It's a standoff. Smoke going to start to fade, and there's Flit with the kill. Flamey removed. Just Simple and Perfecto left alive. Now only Perfecto, and he's over here in Connector. 1 versus 4 will be required from this young man. And a smoke falls, that is enough to keep him away. Bomb plant found for ForZe, and likely the round with it as Perfecto backs off to hold on to this AK. It's a 14th now on the board for ForZe.
Perfecto is de facto at this point. There's not a whole lot that he can do, given the current climate he finds himself in. 1v4, and that's just pretty much that. He's going to hold on to this and even actually try to take this weapon in the next round. Don't think we're going to see much of a chase here from the side of ForZe. Things are not exactly swimming over there in terms of cash. But a 14th is a 14th, and 4 weapons into the next round is also a big thing. FaceCrack just running out ladder towards E-Box. Not a care in the world. Taking down Flamey.
And that's the kind of stuff we just didn't see from NAVI in the first half, right? We just didn't see, you know, the confident, keen, fast, you know, individuals that we would like to see. It was a lot of very slow rounds, and sometimes you just got to do that, right? Just throw a player out main, drop down Pop off of a spawn, and run out A. You know, even if you're only getting a kill and getting traded, that's a 4-on-4. That's good. That's opening up map control. It's creating distractions. It's causing rotations, and it's allowing your team to act upon that. So, let's see. What's the game plan here for ForZe? Almeza, Molly towards the upper B halls. Does miss the depth that he wanted, but won't matter. No one there to capitalize. Simple has the orb. Up on Ivy, he's going to smoke it off. That cuts off Z-Power for the time being, and the three-man core of ForZe with the bomb down Ivy that will be moving back.
Well, smoke going to go in here to allow for these players in Ivy to gain some ground. Simple is tasked with keeping an eye on this position. Flashes go in, but it's not enough to blind Simple. In the meantime, Almeza is throwing some smokes down towards this B bomb site, and that's going to keep both Perfecto and Flamey entrenched over towards B. With FaceCrack still floating around here over towards main, this could end up anywhere for ForZe. They've left their options open. Smoke's now going in. That's going to fall on the left-hand side. That's a CT smoke, so this is looking like the A-Wrap. Flashbangs go out now. Electronic in a bit of an awkward spot. Needs his teammates to come in clutch and watch that backline for him. Simple in with two. That bomb is now dropped out in the open. FaceCrack has found a timing here to sneak out through main. Electronic, though, removing Jerry now leaves FaceCrack all alone. He was looking for feet underneath the train. He was hoping he could get any little hint as to where these players lie. 15 seconds. He would love to get a couple of kills here with FaceCrack.
They know.
Yeah, they might just try and wait till after time. Oh, FaceCrack's getting numbers on the board. Finally put to bed. NAVI will reach round number 9, keeping it afloat for the time being and bringing the economy of ForZe to its knees. They're in a weird spot where they could buy, but I don't feel like they're going to. I think this is a team that like to feel like they have all the pieces of the puzzle in play. They are actually going to go for it.
No, they save money. It's a half buy. We got Flit fully investing. Everyone else is keeping 2K, so they can buy moving forward. You know, it's like having the hero AK in the second round with ecoing players around it. They're hoping Flit can really open up this round, and I would put my money on him too. But maybe not down this position. Simple's waiting, and you know he hits that shot, so the Krieg is out and no longer about for ForZe, just down to this B commitment with the pistols.
Yeah, Perfecto, Flamey. Obviously, we've already said Flamey having a great game. He's over here towards this B bomb site. Let's see if he can hold down the fort. Perfecto's going to burn out FaceCrack as they try and leave the ramp. Gets a little too hot, a little too heavy, and they get crushed under that weight. Flamey dropped, but Perfecto continuing to hold the line. Almeza gets a bit of a timing, but Simple is aware. NAVI reaching double digits, 10-14. It's starting to feel an awful lot like Inferno here on Train.
13-6, remember that number.
Obviously, they weren't able to make the comeback happen back there, but ForZe calling it a timeout, a tactical timeout. Brought to you by the US Air Force, and obviously this is where you can kind of tell the pressure's starting to be applied now. They want to head into this next round all on the same page. It might just be another partial investment, honestly, from ForZe. Flit's a little bit... No, okay, now I imagine they're going to go for it. Actually, I don't know, because they might want the AWP on Z-Power.
Yeah, depends, really.
And, you know, you've still got room to play with. Like, this is your buffer. You're not going to get any bigger gap if you're ForZe than this right now, you feel like.
Well, let's find out what the game plan is here for ForZe. It is Scout and an AK. Slight investment, saving some money, spending others. FaceCrack is going to be down to 0. That is a bit of a worry moving forward, but if they get a bomb plant, they have an appropriate loss bonus. In a site, usually pretty easy for bomb plants, but NAVI have been denying that well. Perfecto solo B in this round. Smoke's being lined up towards the A site here for Flit. Making sure that NAVI haven't taken any Ivy control, just a deep Molotov and a smoke to follow. The control is close towards T-Con, and if these Ts go through a smoke, this is going to get nasty. Electronic waiting. He's got one. Pop Dog player dead as well. NAVI are making this happen.
Certainly feels like it. It is another one of these partial investments that gets put to a very, very quick end from NAVI. I don't think ForZe can afford to keep throwing these in. One kill found in the round, but that is it. Yeah. NAVI onto 11.
Especially not these investments. Look at the money. Jerry 41, Flick 41, FaceCrack 29. They've double E-code.
When I saw the scout come in for Z-Power, I'm like, okay, he's still got money to buy the AWP. It's not that big a deal. And then the rest of the gang started to invest, and it's like, hang on a moment. What's going on here?
Yeah, like what are you doing now, ForZe? You going to eco again?
Actually,
so
partial buy it again.
A third half buy in a row. I feel like they've really just gamed themselves here. Like they're going to have a great buy in the follow-up round. You would hope, but they're also going to be up against 12 with 2 more rifle rounds before overtime, or even a loss here, 16-14. They've really made this hard. Na'Vi are in a very viable position. They can still win this game. They can still take us to nuke. And Simple, he wants to. He's got to kill down Ivy. Electronic dropping face crack in the meantime towards main. And oh dear,
nice.
Jerry, he blew up Boomich and he dropped and died from either the grenade or the full damage. I imagine the grenade alongside it. Martyr.
I imagine it was a spectacle to see. So hopefully we can get a replay of that, because sometimes it's good to know. Other times it's good to laugh at. You are correct. ForZe are slowly working themselves into a difficult situation.
I just wonder at this point as well, when you've done the same-ish 3 rounds in a row, what's your game plan coming into the next rifle, right? You don't want to just run out main and do something crazy if Na'Vi are going to get their mollies down and Simple's going to keep hitting these orb shots, Electronic just being a nuisance down Olaf, but also B has not been, kind to you in the past. So ForZe, I'd like to see something a little more intricate, show presence towards B, maybe come in late Ivy. I guess don't go Ivy, actually, because every time you've gone Ivy, Simple's killed you, so avoid that position.
Let's see what Face Crack does this round. He tried to open up the round through the E-box push of ladder. Perhaps he gets the same sort of inclination in this round. He does something of the same caliber.
That's a nice stat.
Big Flit.
What do they got for us? Flit's taking the spawn with the orb. This is pretty common for ForZe. They like to show a lot of AWPing versatility, but missed shot. Very close, however. Z-Power now given his gun back. Give it a go yourself as he posts up towards a stopper. Molotov will keep them inside of main. They can't escape, and that means they are targets for grenades. Electronic is back in Olaf. He has been in this position a lot so far in the second half of the Krieg. Flashing his teammate in as well. This could get close. Almeza going out at the same time. Boomich, he got flashed in and flashed out at the same time. ForZe's flash popped a second after Electronics, and now ForZe with a huge man advantage.
Yeah, they start to pour out from main. ForZe everywhere. Simple takes one from atop the trains. Electronics still alive in the sandwich. And he is shutting this one down almost single-handedly. Finally, Flit is able to deal with him. Now Simple towards here over at Ivy. A second kill in this round, starting to come alive, starting to deliver the kills that we needed from him. Z-Power dropped as well. Na'Vi 13-14. They might be about to make this comeback a reality.
Never say never. Good stuff there from the side of Na'Vi to recuperate. We're going to see a timeout come out for ForZe. A U.S. Air Force tactical timeout even. So it's not even just like a normal timeout. It's a tactical timeout brought to you by the U.S. Air Force. Really have slowed their roll here for ForZe. And for Na'Vi, well, I think, money is going to be there probably for the rest of the game at this rate.
Yeah, 13-5 this game was. Both these matches have been ForZe storming out of the gates and slowing right down. Na'Vi coming back into their own. 13-5 to 14-13. ForZe were able to close it out in the final crucial rounds back on Inferno, but this time they've got to let Na'Vi get up to their same height.
This is kind of like, when we brought Launders on heading into this one, he was saying how when you're in these situations and you've got this lead, you can't just play like you've got 1 or 2 rounds left to win. You have to play like you've got 10. And I feel like ForZe maybe were riding high on the success of these forces and how just one-sided a lot of these rounds looked. And I think that's led to them to take a couple of risks here that, while if they paid off, it would have looked genius. When they haven't, it's really hamstrung ForZe. in the latter stages of this game, and this should be them giving 14 over to Na'Vi unless Jerry and Flick can save the day. Jerry's on 1 point of health and dealt with. Flick gets put down as well. 14 all. Suddenly, this T-side from ForZe, a team that we've been praising all game long for being so tactically diverse, has just kind of been watered down into these fast aid plays out from main, and time again, it's been shut down by Na'Vi.
Melted.
You need to go for a B ending round here if you're ForZe, right? You're 29 rounds deep, and we haven't seen B in, I can't even keep track of how long, too long.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. Electronic has been really strong in this map so far as well. He's really pulled it together. 25 kills right now, sitting at Olaf with the Krieg, just tip-tapping away. Simple, not missing a beat either with that AWP, slightly behind that of Electronic and Flamey, but coming in where it matters. 14-14, now it really matters for everyone. No one can let their foot off the gas, and ForZe, where do they go from here? Do or die, nuke in the car, on the cards rather, a third map to this series if Na'Vi can pick this one up.
Simple's been taking these peaks all game long as well, so you just imagine that at some point Z-Power could get rewarded for this. Almeza, yeah, tries to pick up the pace, tries to go fast. Really, Electronic has just been annihilating them every main push. I really think they need to steer clear of him just for a while, you know, just not pushing in the early stages, because once again, it's another opener for Electronic.
Look at him.
And he's still looking for more, hanging around this smoke, not content with just the one. Z-Power, they just dismantled that boost.
And he heard it. He turned the second that drop came in. That's information there are two players in main, or at least were in main. And they're just going to go for an outer play. Again, they're going to walk out T-Con. Let's see how this goes. Will it be any better? That's a good Molotov. Boomich has no smoke to deal with it, and he'll burn to a crisp. Flitz found Simple. In the meantime, Electronic is do or die. It's all on you, and he's only found one. Flitz in with a trade. Somehow, some way, ForZe have cracked this site open, but it isn't done yet. Their job has just begun. Flamey's on his rotation, but only for a second before the trade is in, and it's Perfecto on the pop dog flank.
Yeah, this is going to be a big round for Perfecto. It does keep their chances alive in the series. He's going to peek E-Box with a quickness. Takes down Jerry, who was posted up for the shot. Ultimately doesn't hit it. Perfecto 71. X-Power. AWP bomb planted. Perfecto's just holding. Patience on top of more patience. Did he see him? Yes, he did, but it doesn't matter. X-Power is way too quick on the draw for that. And there's the coveted 15th round that ForZe have been looking for. It's been so elusive for them. They've had such a hard time finding it here in the second half.
That was a 4-on-5 as well.
Yeah, and that's one of the first times in a long while that they've been able to pick up any sort of round with a man disadvantage over on this ForZe side, right? For the longest while now, what, this like 7-round streak, or 8-round streak rather. No, wait, no, it was 7. That Na'Vi were able to put up on the board. And it was just a case of them finding these openers, denying that the way of ForZe. This time they're able to claw it back in that 5-on-4. This boost is back in again, and Z-Power was very fast on the flick. Shame about the flashbang, that leaves him high and dry. But it's still a 5-on-5, Simple now. Trying to put a bit of buffer between Na'Vi and ForZe. Would love to get them an advantage. No one's going to offer anything up. No one wants to be this first man to fall on either side, right? Like for ForZe, they've been grinding, they've been playing phenomenally, but it might all be for naught. If this goes to OT and we go to a third map, it all goes again. And for Na'Vi, I mean, this comeback's been phenomenal, right? It might have been a very lackluster first half going, 11-4 down, 13-6 at one point in time. But I mean, this has been a phenomenal effort.
Well, here's the call. They're going to smoke E-Box. Smoke sandwich side. Simple posted up on Ivy. Finds the kill in a flit. In the meanwhile, it's going to be ForZe to get out of T-Con. That creates a dicey situation, Hugo.
It does indeed, Trace. It seems like overtime might be on the cards after all. Simple's had enough. He's just sending him home. 3 kills for Simple in that round, but ForZe will fall in number 30. Overtime, and we're only on the second map, Trace. This is really paying off. Jerry did say in that interview the other day, we need to watch this game. This is going to be a good one. And boy, has it delivered. ForZe with dominant leads on both maps. NAVI's with comebacks on both maps. But this time, and the only time they've made it to overtime, will it be the end of their time here in the Pro League?
NAVI going to OT against Ghost. Ghost Gaming. Ghosted themselves right out of here. Oh, fast play here from the side of ForZe. They're going to run right out of T-Con, running right into the resistance. That is NAVI.
Wow, who would have thought that wouldn't work?
Yeah, you know, because it's worked pretty well up to this point, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it got them that one round. And so here it is again, running it back. Jerry and Z-Power. Still, I mean, NAVI don't even have anyone on B. That's how, like...
Yeah, at this point.
That's how ready they were for this. They said, you know what? You want to make it an A map on A? We'll take an A map on A. Electronic, that's where he thrives. NAVI, they'll take the first in overtime, 16-15.
And you've given Electronic a Krieg as well in the first round of OT, man. If I were ForZe, I would go for AK buys for the first 2 rounds and just not allow that gun to be picked up.
Or other wild concept, let's give Inner a try.
Yeah, you know, there is a B site on this map, some say.
Totally other site. But props to Electronic, sitting 28-19. He is having a good time today.
Like, you can't even make it up. NAVI are just playing one guy B, and even then, Perfecto's been kind of hanging back, not really staying here. Now, in this round, NAVI say, all right, we wrecked him again. So maybe they try B. They leave Perfecto here this time.
Nice.
Mainly on the angle, going to deal with Z-Power in the head-to-head.
And that is not how the game gets won.
Yeah, they sent their first player towards B in this round. Jerry went and checked it out, but then he went back towards PopDog, and Boomich just found him banging through the floor. Obviously, ForZe have a reason that they're not going B, and I hope we get to speak to them after to maybe find out what the game plan was there. But at this point, you know, you've repeated, and it's not worked. So I don't think there's really a good reason at this point, at least for the last round of overtime. But then that's the most obvious thing in the world. That's the thing. In the next round, NAVI, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 2 Inner to start off the round, because ForZe have gone A for 12 rounds in a row, maybe? Who knows at this
100
point.
rounds, 12 rounds, somewhere around there, give or take. But it ain't going to be this round that they're taking. Flit, 40 seconds, and he's going to be hiding out there in Ivy. It's going to be a long 40 seconds for the man.
Yeah, this, you know, unless you're winning this round, which you're probably not with the bomb under their control, it doesn't really matter. You can die, you have the money, you have loss. It's overtime, it's all good. So really, this is just about KD at this point for Flit. Here they come.
Yeah, this, I don't think he's surviving this one. Maybe he can prove us wrong, though. They are going to try and do this after time. Now they know he's here. Let's see, can they get him? Not that it will really make any difference. And they do get him. They do deal with him.
Yeah.
17th round for NAVI.
What a shocker.
And an investment back in from ForZe. Weapons out across the board here. Z-Power on that AWP, and he's been having a real...
Nice. And there it is. Finally, it's come to light how this all really works.
Oh, dear.
Like the WWF or WWE, whatever it might be these days.
Both seem to have a bit of pandering going on.
Well, let's see if this is the B hit, the fabled B player. Only solo player again, it's Perfecto. But the second ForZe show any utility towards B. There we go. Another rotation in. NAVI are like, yeah, we're not falling for that one, buddy. Flamey's on Ivy. Simple's come to join the party in the inner sight. And ForZe have 4 players above PopDog. Gonna double drop. Boomich is so ready for this, though. He should be getting away. He dodges the flash, and he gets 2 kills. It was a fake flash, nothing popping down, just one to make him turn. And, well, ForZe are the ones who will turn their heads at this point with NAVI 2 men up. They're gonna do it again. Come on. I mean, you know, he's not there, but that's, you know, didn't you learn?
Yeah, so they're going to actually try something new here and head over towards this A-bomb site in this round. Z-Power posted up. Obviously, you know, just memeing. Bombs on, face cracks back. He's actually outside of B. Looking like they want to give this one a go. Electronic drop there by Z-Power, and actually, that's enough for ForZe to maybe change their mind. They've grouped back up over in the Pop Dog. At this exact same time, Perfecto's pushed the upper halls. There is still a rotation of Simple on round towards that B bomb site. I think NAVI are reading into this. That, okay, finally, they must be playing for B. They must be giving it a go. They haven't shown their head in Pop Dog. They've disappeared. They've up and left, but now they know with that bomb dropped, Flamey lighting up the scoreboard, might just get the hat trick to make it an 18-round half for NAVI. He will get shut down, but for Flit and so little time, is there any hope in this round? Just 10 seconds remaining, and there's the flank, 18 to 15 for NAVI. They need one round to take us to map number 3.
13-5 was the scoreline that ForZe had at one point in this game. They were in the lead by more than a margin, Trace, by an entire page, as maybe even an entire book, an encyclopedia. And you open that book up, it's just a letter A across every single page, and that's all that ForZe have done, really. It's a shame, because even Simple there was convinced it was a B site. The late rotation back towards A, though, will be enough. NAVI, 18 rounds, one more, and we go to Nuke. That would be such a banger to finish off this series, to see where this one is going. But ForZe, they've got to give this one up first. That could be sooner rather than later. Almost suicide with a nade there from Almeza.
Jerry on the bomb train. Face Crack's going to get close. Now, there was a guy that has cooled off significantly from the first half. Face Crack was lighting them up.
Ooh, timing. Right back up they go.
It forces them out of Pop Dog.
Yeah, that lets Face Crack get back in. They can always attempt the double drop again, but as we've seen, it's not the easiest fight in the world to win out. Face Crack actually beats them to the punchline there, takes that fight early. Onto Boomich. Flamey now holding the ladder for the repeat. Flits up close with the AWP, and with that kill, he's dropped the bomb. Information gained now for ForZe, and it's only Simple left in this one. A 16th round for ForZe as they find the first in the second half of overtime. They need 2 more if they want to take us to overtime number 2.
Here's what you do. You win 2 rounds in a row. You go to the T side again. I guess, well, you have to play CT side again. Then you flip to T side, and then you just B-rush 3 rounds in a row. You know, NAVI never predict it, surely.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is like, Almaz is playing solo over at B. Like, ForZe really do just not seem to care about this bomb site. I wonder if they're, like, that's what, like you say, I would love to have a chance to talk to Jerry and find out why he detests this B site so much.
What did it do to hurt him, you know?
Well, because here's the thing as well. Like, I bet he's got some reason that when he says it, we'll all sit here and be like, but it's not working in practice, and that's the problem. Still, 16 to 18, still a chance at a second overtime. NAVI, they need but one more round to take us to a 3rd map and continue fighting here versus ForZe. It's going to be a B play from NAVI.
Yeah.
Uncharted waters for ForZe here, as they're going to have to try and hold this one down.
They have a second man, though. Z-Power does have the AWP. He is watching the lower ramp. And Almeza with the one spot that you're not looking at as you come out upper. Obviously, that depends on Z-Power hitting the shots down ramp, because if he gets smoked off, then Almeza needs to watch down lower. It's going to be NAVI double backing towards the A site in the 5-on-5. Face Crack is pushed up with the Krieg. Flash in, spots him. Can they take him down? Oh, the spray's good. He's got a kill. They're going to drop in on him. The trade is there. NAVI out and about in the yard. Jerry up close towards a pop, and he's dropped one and the bomb. There's only one man left up. It's Electronic in a 1-on-4. It's not going to happen. It's ForZe fighting for double overtime. 1 round separates exactly that.
Staying alive. ForZe. Now we're going to see a timeout. The last one, actually, for NAVI come in. Just one more timeout remaining for ForZe at this point. Big rounds, big scenes, and a few big plays, I guess. Not a lot of plays towards the B site.
Yeah, it's just been, you know, heavy trading. Apart from, I would say, like Electronic and Simple hitting their shots. You know, for the side of ForZe, they've just been trading effectively on the rounds they win. It's not been one dude just running out, getting 3-4 kills, the face crack effect. It is just team Counter-Strike. And, you know, that is ForZe's bread and butter. And 1 round away right now.
Yeah, for anyone who is just tuning in, you have missed a blinder of a series. Look at this scoreline, 18-17. You might be thinking, wow, ForZe, they may be doing it. They're making this comeback happen. No, it was the other way around. It was 13-5, as Hugo was saying. This is the comeback from NAVI. The ForZe are trying to go on the reverse sweep here in the second half of overtime to take us to a second one on train and keep the fight going in the second map of this series after already finding themselves up 1-0. Now, Simple, they attempt to run boost him up and over. They'll give it another go.
Do it again. Try it again, man.
It's been smoked. Simple trying to smoke him with the AWP through the wall, and he can't see a thing. So just a standard hold now for Na'Vi as they wait out that utility. Z-Power's looking for contact on B upper. A dangerous peak for Flamey, but he's got 31 kills, so if there was a man who could do it. Creed King right now.
Flame Dogger.
Flame Diggity.
Flame Diggity. Flame Diggity and upper. Electronic with a little bit of a pincer move of his own towards Ivy. No one's going to be there for him. Ooh. So 5 alive on each side. This is set up pretty well for the inner hit that we've been expecting, hoping for, wanting to see. And now we're going to get it. Almazer going to be on top of the train close. Finds 2. Boomich is there with some kills of his own. And this has started to stabilize until then. Flamey takes down Jerry. That gives us face crack and a 1-on-2. He is rotating.
Yeah, he's going to go down through the pop dog. Go on a lurk into the A-bomb site. Electronic was just here, but that bomb still resides at B. Electronic holding the connector. Face crack. Is he going to be ready for this? A 1v2 to decide if this is overtime continuing or Na'Vi taking us to map number 3. And Electronic holds down the line. Na'Vi, they get it done in overtime. 19-17. They split the series right down the middle. 1-1. We're heading to a third map. Join us for that and more after a quick break. Don't turn off these screens. Don't go anywhere because this is a blinder of a matchup.
Bringing summer to you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it.
need to blow open the door. Na'Vi have thrown a smoke into A by vent. No one's used it, though. They're going to go out towards ramp instead. FaceCrack spots it. He drops it down towards B. Simple. Big kill in the yard. Finding Z-Power towards the garage. Now Maze is on the big flank, but he's not going to check the corner. He flicks anyway, and Boomich is dead. Somehow forced back into a 4-on-4. He'll retreat towards the A site, and Simple can cross down towards lower.
Yeah, the fight's going to continue there towards this lower ramp. FaceCrack doing the best that he can without giving it up completely. He's trying to back away. He's trying to stay alive. They almost give it to him as well. Here's Perfecto and Flamey real low. Simple coming through Secret. And now it's just down to Almazur to try to pick up this, to pick up this pistol round. Would be a good start for ForZe.
He just looked in towards B, and Na'Vi had hidden for a moment, and in that moment, they now emerge and get the bomb down. Almazur read that as maybe an A fake. Nice. Simple with 4, and yeah,
you said he woke up, Harry.
Yeah, well, he wasn't really in the server for the first map. The second map, in particular in that second half, he came alive. And so here in the pistol, starting things off with 4 kills, this could be the worst case scenario for ForZe.
Yeah, on the T side as well, Na'Vi, if they can convert this pistol and get off to that 3-0 lead, that's where things get very interesting as well. The hard job, or the hard part done, rather. Not yet, though. That's a spot. Z-Power sees someone jump outside, and he's going to go for the flick, not connecting. Simple fight with the Krieg, and Na'Vi take the man advantage in this round. And Simple besting Z-Power back-to-back rounds now.
Back to back. Boomich is going to get himself over to Hill. Vex power out of the round. There's just one SMG over there on Almazur. Almazur.
I don't know what the exact, pronunciation is.
Someone's going to berate you regardless, right? So
yeah,
it is what it is.
I mean, just generally, not even because of the names.
Yeah, just general way people live these days. A little chilly here in Cologne. We're going to turn the AC off. Jerry's going to turn the heat up, though. He's got a deagle, finds Flamey. And so far, so good. 3v3. And now it's going to look like a bomb plant here for Navi. They're going to do it in the lower site. A little bit of harassment there from the ramp from Almazur.
Creeping closer, Simple. Sneaking into position. He's getting tagged, but he will go down. Almazur finishes off the job. FaceCrack spamming, but wrong position. There's one close by, and he's done some damage, but at this point, Electronic has overwhelmed him and his teammate, and that'll be Na'Vi spinning and winning in a second round. They only take 2 guns out of it, though. Reset potential is there when ForZe get their weapons up, but it won't be for another round as the eco is coming.
Yeah, Na'Vi are going to get off to the start they were hoping for here. Getting that 3-0 over on the T side is stellar for the Na'Vi squad. Already puts them well on their way to that kind of minimum number of rounds we're looking for. Is this the lobby crunch from ForZe?
Oh,
Zeus in the hands of FaceCrack. Ooh, come on.
Ruh-roh.
Never mind FaceCrack. It's Taze Face in the corner. Oh, never mind. Simple. Deals with it. No Zeus today.
Not in the server, not in Hut, none of that. Cool idea, though.
But maybe on looking, maybe watching his boys in the server from afar. Flamey gonna deal with the top Hut player. These pistols not really finding anything. We weren't expecting them to for ForZe. This was more or less a full eco. Apart from a few deegs here and there. Simple with 3. Once again, another big round from him, just padding these stats even further. 8-1 on the scoreboard now. They've poked the bear, and are they ready for what happens when you poke the bear?
What happens when you poke the bear, Harry Russell? What happens?
Well, if I had to guess.
You ever poked a bear?
No.
Yeah, not many people have. And in this instance, that may be exactly what's happened here. ForZe have upset Simple. He's 8-1. We're on round number 4. Maybe, just maybe, we run it back. We actually break the record today, or we don't. We'll find out.
Ooh, FaceCrack aggressive. There's a man on top of Hut, and I think FaceCrack saw him. Ooh, 3 kills towards outside. A huge round from FaceCrack here. on the back of this aggression. The hat trick from him, a quick flick from Z Power, and it is just Flamey. He does have the bomb to work with at the very, very least, but Flit is still nearby at this A-bomb site. Flamey ready for the peak, but the Mach 10 not good enough. And ForZe, they're going to take that first round here the moment these rifles come out with a commanding play from FaceCrack to assert some dominance here towards outside. Look at this. Gets up on top of the boxes, shuts it down. In that little flick round, he catches Simple up on top of main. Disgusted.
FaceCrack is back. He's had a great series as well here for the likes of ForZe. So seeing him step up in nice and early in the final map is exactly what we need if we want ForZe to bring the heat like they have in the previous two. Electronic standard smokes outside for the Red Cross. He's going to follow up with some flashbangs. Lots of players here, though, for ForZe. They're looking to contain the issue of NAVI out in the yard, out and about. Only one player on that top site. Very dangerous setup. We do have a man in mini, though, on rotation to come and assist. NAVI just holding a solid default. Oh, that's a smoke spam from Flamey. No door and no FaceCrack either as he gets picked up. The main smoke does come in. Flamey putting pressure on any close players. The molly does send him back for the time being. This looks like a ramp play for NAVI regardless. Almeza is going to be waiting in the wings. He's been flashed off. He's got to fall as the AWP does support with a kill. Flamey's been tagged up, but he's on his third frag of the round. He's absolutely going off. They're going to try and back up towards that A site that Flamey is already out and about in. Perfecto, though, killing Almeza in the meantime. And NAVI, they've got the last player isolated on the site. They may as well just avoid him and go down towards B.
Something nerve-wracking about walking into hut fully scoped with your AWP all the way through lobby. Doesn't really matter. He's just going to try to save this AWP. Could give them something to work with in the next round. X-Power certainly has proven that he knows how to wield the weapon. Fourth one on the board here for Not a Sincere.
Z-Power showing us some movement.
Do something cool, Z-Power.
Pressure's on now.
Rushley now intently looking on.
Actually, Rush had a question for you, Trace.
Oh boy, now this really gets me. What do you got, Rushley?
What was my question, Harry? I don't even know.
It's the one you messaged me about. I
don't
figure
know
you could just
how
ask it
relevant
now.
that is.
You could just ask it
Trace,
now.
mate, can you give me a lift home after we're done today?
What is this? ESL Pro League Season 10?
Well,
No, it's 11, but
Yeah.
No, it's just 'cause Rush,
I'm joking.
yeah.
Don't want anyone to be confused. Rushley, you know what? I think you've done a pretty stellar job, but it's not up to me. If it were up to me,
who's driving?
well, that's not really who it's up to, I suppose. Yeah, you know what, Rushley? Come find me after this. I'll be in my office.
All right, roger that.
Thank you so much. That was Rushley 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everyone.
Yeah, asking the hard-hitting questions.
Like, will you drive me home?
Yeah. Wow.
Trace gets that a lot, so
Sure.
he's got to keep them at bay.
Well, let's see if NAVI can drive this round home as they are setting up outside of the A-bomb site. FaceCrack has the Mag 7. Not quite the big chug. This is the Lil Junior in comparison. But Jerry's on this wrap round, the MP9. Oh, bit betrayed there. And Almeza tries to come on in. But he's gone the way of Weird Al Mazovic. They made him eat it.
Weird Al Mason. Okay.
That's a
that was
reach.
pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not bad. It's not, you know, I'm not going to like write it on a notepad or anything, but it's pretty good.
Bomb down B for NAVI. And the vent's been cut off all round long. FaceCrack found that out the hard way, so Flit's likely just going to save. And Z-Power should probably consider that as well. Can hang around with the secret, get exits, but not much room to back up here from this current position.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we ask the chat to decide if Rushley gets a ride home?
Well, you know, they will say yes.
Well, hold on now. We haven't even told them the criteria.
Okay.
You put a 6 in chat if you want him to be given a ride home.
Okay.
Or if you put a 9 in chat, that means no in German. So there you go. 6 for yes, 9 for no.
Well, you've just ruined Twitch chat for the rest
I'll
of the day,
be ruining
Trace.
it all day long.
That's a good point.
All month. You know what? Let's throw a couple Keck W's and lulls in there while we're at it. Speaking of lulls, here is Navi with the 5th round on the board, starting to stack that cash.
Yeah, a bit of a lull in the action as we wait for the money to come back in for ForZe, but they've got a buy here, bringing it to the party. AWP for Z-Power. Where does he take that aforementioned sniper back towards the yard? Nice to see. No AWP for Simple. It could be a free gift. He's actually going to peek in door. Spam coming through, and the molly in main denies any presence here for ForZe. Electronics creeping as well. He's coming in on this back line also. Z-Power needs to be very careful. Oh, the spam is good. But not good enough.
Yeah, ForZe haven't been too afraid of showing this aggression to NAVI early on. So NAVI are just going to wait for that, right? See if anything gets drip-fed into the old system. And now that nothing has, they've waited long enough. They're going to try and make a move and seize control of ramp room. They do force a player down ramp. And now with this foothold, the world is NAVI's oyster. They can go down to B. They can wrap heaven through hell. They can go towards outside. Their options endless. They're going to boost Simple up. This is disgusting.
All right, sorry.
No one's ready for that position.
I just got a word from the producer, too. He's saying currently there are more 9s than 6s. Now, he said that. He's the official judge, so...
Rush, you know who to take that up with?
Yeah, Rushley, we're going to have to get you ahead of that one, man. I can't really help you here. People have spoken.
Oh, there's a gap in that, and Flamey will exploit it. Z-Power tries to come back into the top site, and, well, he will drop back down below. The AWP is actually outside of the door as well, so that is retrievable if NAVI have very long arms. Jerry's dropped another in the meantime, keeping it equal, 4-on-4. The mini split in. NAVI are taking this top site, or at least trying to. Flick will deny it with 2, and face crack up and above, laying down the death. It's a drop towards B for Boomich. This is going to be close, though, and he's got a player in hot pursuit. No chance he's getting a plant. Almeza has already rotated off of ramp. Money denied for NAVI, and a second round taken by ForZe.
They still have a good amount of cash over on their side, but it's not something I think that they're going to want to dedicate a buy to, especially Simple sitting on 1,400. Perfecto. Well, we can't necessarily buy an AK and head armor, but what we can do is call a U.S. Air Force tactical timeout on the side of NAVI.
That's a little tweet from the NAVI Twitter account. So, you know, they're in good spirits.
Spend some time.
As long as everybody's having a good time. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Having a good time. All mates.
Are you having a good time, Trace?
Just banter. Of course I'm having a good time. This is the ESL Pro League. This is my home.
Yeah, actually, that is kind of crazy. This is Navi's first win on a online game in 2 years, was Trey. It's mad, isn't it? I mean, it's their first game. You know, this season of Pro League has been their first game since Season 8, so comes with the territory. Will it be their last? That's the question. ForZe still on this CT side, looking to get back into the action. Navi's T side essentially already done. You can be happy with a 5-6 round T side on Nuke, but they are not giving up before it's over.
Well, that's an unfortunate Molotov there. Bleeds through the fence. I feel like, to me, that nade should have been a little bit more meaty, you know?
I feel like most nades look like they're going to be better than they are.
Well, most of the time they get clipped off by some of the textures, right? But even then, they're outside. It bounces off the fence onto the ground. So it's, I don't know. They have bigger fish to fry, I suppose.
We most certainly do. And the biggest of them all, Simple, getting dropped in this round here to begin with. Now, NAVI still have 4 players down through Secret. While those outside smokes were down, and ForZe are definitely expecting there to be a few more players here. They don't know the exact numbers. They don't know specifics, so we don't have a full rotate yet. That said, these players that are here doing a stellar job of holding down the fort. That Molotov's missed its mark somewhat, does spread, but Almeza gets out of danger, and they'll mop that round up nice and quickly. Almeza face crack and flick, gracing the scoreboard there. Now lock in a 3rd round for ForZe. NAVI actually on the other side of a pretty bad economy right now, have to just take an eco in this round. So ForZe, this can be their way of getting back into this, starting to equalize out this scoreline a little bit.
Yeah, the money broke means ForZe should be just fine in this one. NAVI could just door rush it. Yeah, just send numbers at the problem, but the Molotov will stop that plan in its action. Face crack gonna smoke it off. Na'Vi, they really want to come through, and they might just still do it anyway. Why not? Nothing to lose, and everything to gain. Denied. Flamey gets a kill with the deagle, but the grenade and the pistol finish him off. It's just Boomich, Glock in hand. C-Power's gonna level the playing field.
Oh boy. C-Power on 37 HP, but he gets it done. Holds on to his op. Face crack has absolutely no problem buying up into this round. Looks like we're going to see a buyout of Navi as well.
Yeah, Simple on an MP7. Not the best, but let's see what he can do with it. He could go for a fast main drop if he wanted up the silo, but no, just taking his time with this one. You know, if you've got a gun like this, it's a great round to, yeah, do exactly what Simple's doing. Just climb up and down the ladder until one of your teammates dies, and then you can get his gun.
All right. Sounds like something that you've experienced and or done yourself there, Hugo.
No, I always go in first trace.
Ooh, wow. Z-Power likes to follow in your footsteps, Hugo. Looking to be this first point of contact towards outside. Spotted there. Doesn't want to take this re-peek now. The crosshairs on the location. He's just going to give that up. Rotates away. Electronic is already in garage. Flit's got his eye on this side of the map. He's going to get tagged up there. So outside control, fully gained now by Na'Vi. They've got such a huge foothold. How on earth are ForZe going to recover this? Z-Power gets caught. They're not ready for the main push. Face crack trying to hold the line. Jerry jumping up through the vent, catches a man on the other side. That's incredible, but that's just one kill. It has at least gotten it back into this 2v2. Almaze is up in heaven. They know that Jerry's in the vents. How's he going to get any more utility out of this position? Up through, and Electronic burning.
Wow.
Just about catches that frag. And Na'Vi, 6-4. ForZe not ready for that outside aggression from the Na'Vi squad. They got completely blindsided by that main push with both of their little avenues that they attempted to hold outside getting shut down so quickly. There was no one keeping an eye on it. And I don't think they expected Na'Vi to just barrel through main in the fashion that they did. But when you give a team like Na'Vi that much control, they're prepared to take those kind of risks.
With risks often come rewards. And Na'Vi, they are reaping those rewards. Loads of money. No AWP, though, for the time being, but they are liking the pace. Back to full rifles and setting up those smokes again outside here for Na'Vi. C-Power. Now is his time to shine. Oh, he's double scoped. That's such a gamble. You're just 50-50ing on which side you're going to get peaked. Plus, he's checking the silo. He's got a lot to do, and not a lot to do it with, but Jerry's come in to play alongside him. Watch for this red cross. You can hear this information. He's heard a player on main, spots a couple, lets them go. The flash is a little bit annoying, but there's one. Going in for more, and Simple so quick. 180s and finishes him off. Great check from Simple, not letting that, go into what could be a 3K from Jerry.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. He didn't know that Simple was going to be right there. He saw the first two, and then Simple just rears around the corner and wrecks him. So he's only good for one. That's going to leave the deficit of players left alive, favoring the side of Navi.
That molly is sick, by the way. It lands on Heaven, but not on the inside. It goes over the rafters and lands on the outside of Heaven to deny an AWP holding the red cross. Interesting. No one there, though, to capitalize. Navi. Player in secret, Electronic just waiting. Luckily, Heaven was molly, so he could get to that position. Almaza dead as he tries to rotate down lower. Flit, realizing his position might not have much value left, but Navi actually double back. They go in towards the A side. They're walking into the stack here, and this could get hairy. 2 kills from Flit. The AWP's fired off, and that's going to be the round. Navi, they did everything right, but go to that B site.
XD.
You hate to see it, Trace.
That is something right there. Look at Flit's positioning. He finds the frags with ease, even.
Yeah, that's just wild from Flit up on the rafters. What can you even do if you're an RV there? You're just one man tearing you apart. And now back down to that horrid situation where they've just got pistols to work with. Now 6-5, this is already a respectable T side from Na'Vi. ForZe are the ones trying to stem the bleeding, and they're in a good spot to do exactly that. Simple does have a Deegan armor. Can he work any of his magic? The rest of NAVI, they were outside with him. They've actually fallen back now, looking to retrieve this bomb. And a couple of players slowly but surely working their way over towards ramp room. Once again, little lax towards outside. Z-Power is here though, and he does have Flit this time to support him over in main, if needed.
Deep molly just to deny the red cross again. Keep Simple contained. Again, there's a gap, but I imagine that would take just a little bit if he ran through it. Simple, now is the time. He's been so patient here, and ForZe no longer really watching it hard. They're staying in the yard, but they're not dedicated to fighting this angle, and Boomich has their attention. That allows Simple to get deep, but Z-Power comes back out through heaven and does drop him. Crucial kill here, as NAVI have lost a lot of ground. They still have a man behind red, but Jerry is about to start clearing these players out. Great shot as he doubles up. The round is done just like that. 5 alive for ForZe, money being made. And this early lead from NAVI, this 4-1, it has completely disappeared. ForZe have certainly got themselves back into, or sorry, 5-1, certainly got themselves back into pole position. And Simple is just, again, not being able to afford this AWP, left to his own devices with the AK. Yeah,
they blow the door open, but it's not for a fast play just yet. The Molotovs are down. That's going to keep them at bay, but it still could be. Boomich lining up this flashbang to get them out through the hut, and that is indeed the decision. The flashes go either way, though. Face crack, ooh, hopping down, getting into the faces of NAVI. Simple at least getting a trade. Able to give NAVI a bit of a lifeline in this round. 3 players, though, for ForZe at this A side of the map. They've just fed Flamey 1, but the trade is found almost immediately. And now it is just Electronic alone in the blink of an eye. They'll deal with Flit on that opening peak. Is he ready for Jerry? Jerry's only got 31 points of health. If he goes down, that bomb can get retrieved, and this becomes doable for Electronic, despite being brought down low. Almeza still the man to beat. That bomb in his prying eyes. He's going to try and clear Squeaky, but Electronic pulls off the 1v3 and gets that 7th round on the board for NAVI.
He heard that drop as well. Great awareness from Electronic and just good patience. He sees the bomb is not necessarily in a great position. It's exposed to all those rafters, to main, to vent, to hut roof. And he just waits it out. Waits for the opponent to come to him, like shooting fish in a barrel, right down through that doorway. 7-6. NAVI are in a very good position right now to take this series. Good T-side so far on Nuke. Secret Molotov lined up by Simple. Flit's pushed to ramp smoke. That's ballsy, but I like the confidence. Is he going to get anything from this? NAVI don't really have much lobby control, and the reason he's backing off is because they're seeing these smokes. They know that NAVI are likely crossing down towards B with them, and ForZe need to send heavy rotations as a result. They've done that. 2 players, FaceCrack and Almazer, in the lower site, ready to receive.
Yeah, this bomb's still floating around over here towards outside. Currently finds itself on the back of Simple. This doesn't look like it's going to be the B play just yet for NAVI, if at all. They do still have a couple more smokes if they wanted to try and get this bomb down. But currently it finds itself trapped above deck. Perfecto going to try and molly face crack out. He's opened up these doors to give himself some obstacles to work around. It's actually stopped that Molotov from spreading to his feet as well. I'll smoke Jerry off over here in main, but that triggers the immediate rotation from Z-Power from ramp, which is where he found himself in towards Hell. He looks now to the outside portion of the map. He's got a hell of a lot of responsibility and players closing in from seemingly all angles. That is a very well-timed peak from FaceCrack because it slowed down this offensive and bought a bit more time for Z-Power to get set up. Whether or not he's ready, though, for this Heaven play, that's another matter. 15 seconds, the time coming down to the wire. Electronic pounces. Z-Power was not ready. Flit could deny this whole round from Hut, but he's been spotted. That might just get dealt with. Bomb getting planted now. Simple plugging in those numbers. It is a Heaven plant, and Electronic just dropped out of Heaven. So there's nobody there, but it might not matter. It's not going to come down to a clutch. It's not going to come down to a 1v1. Flit's just got to back away and save this M4. NAVI, an 8th round. They've successfully won out the half at a bare minimum.
Yeah, no way to stop that. Flit trying to save, but Electronic's already wrapped CT Spawn. He catches him coming off of the ramp, and that will be NAVI finding the 8th. And look at the money, or lack of, for ForZe. They got 2K a player, and that's not what you want for the last round of the half. This could and should be a 9-6 for NAVI, as this T-side looks excellent.
Certainly does. They have found exactly what they needed. They found the answer for ForZe. A couple back and forth rounds, but certainly looking to close this half out 9-6.
And this is a huge improvement from NAVI. When they played Big on this map the other day, they got 7 CT rounds. Big got 8 T rounds in the first half. And then NAVI lost every round on the T side. They didn't get a single T side round. Like, that's crazy. And look at the turnaround here. They've done the complete opposite. 8 rounds, going for 9, going for gold here. Oh, the yellow and black logo team. Man advantage already in this round. Close position for Jerry Yard. They're trying to bait Electronic in with shots being thrown in from the garage. Will NAVI clear this close position? Seems like they want to. Jumping up on top, but running past as a second player, but they line up, and Jerry knocks him down, sees the shadow, goes in for a third, and the pistol's out to try and close the round, but easier said than done. Doesn't want to force a fight too early. Would love some support. Makes Simple come to him as he baits him on the box, jiggles left and right. The push from Reds come through. Simple having to get the reload, and Z-Power will be able to trade. Somehow, some way, ForZe get 7 at the end of the half. Is it enough, though? That's the question we have, and we'll have to wait for the answer. It'll be coming up on the second half of Nuke, and that'll be after a break. Join us in a sec.
right now, whether you like it or not. The last half of play in this series on the very last map of Nuke. Welcome back to the ESL Pro League Season 11, y'all. Glad to have you. I'm here with Harry and Hugo. Hugo would love to take it away.
Yes, indeed, Trace. The pause is up, the game is live, and we're getting into things. It's the CT side for NAVI. Simple. He's been dropped a pistol in most of these rounds on the CT side, and now he has armor behind it. The CZ, very effective on the top side of hut. We might see him towards ramp as well. I'm interested to know where this will go. We've seen a lot of dualies on the top of hut today. But,
yes, the GG.bet odds. You saw that too, huh?
Yeah, NAVI getting favored as well. Makes sense. Good
all
first
is
half.
right in the world. Everything's back.
Back to reality for a bit, but not for long.
Yeah, I love that Simple's been dropped to CZ again, trying to get that raid boss going in.
Ooh. Oh, Lord.
Fast playing through ramp. ForZe are in CT spawn. You're not meant to be here,
no.
Z-Power. How? How are they here so quickly? Up into heaven they go. Boomich is overwhelmed. It's a waterfall up into heaven. Jerry's out from the hut. It's chaos all across the board. Perfecto's going to get himself one, and we're back into a 3-on-3. The bomb goes down now. And here's this pistol round. Slowing down, but just for a moment. The bomb planted. NAVI now find themselves on the clock here. One man going up into heaven. That's Simple with this CZ. Flitz on the angle, ready and waiting for this peak. Ooh, Simple. Able to deal with him. Still a 2-on-2 though. This bomb is planted for heaven, so Simple's gonna tap it. That means Jerry's gotta make a move, and that leaves him out in the open. 3 for Perfecto, and a pistol round for NAVI.
We're good. We're good. All under control. There it is. 9 rounds.
Calculated.
Yeah, not even close.
Shout out Harry Russell, a.k.a. Rap God. Follow him on Twitter, at Rap God, I think.
Eminem is just the handle.
That's you, okay,
just, yeah.
Fair.
Popping off right now, actually. Couple of mil followers, loving life. And NAVI, 9-7. As they do manage to do the dirty to ForZe. Investment in, though, from this ForZe squad. They throw a lot of money into this round. They keep a little bit of cash to one side to save for a rainy day on a few players. Let's see what they can get done with this little mismatch buy.
Oh, face crack. He could just drop in on, but he doesn't check in front of him. Electronica's right there. In the meantime, while all this distraction's going down, ForZe are creepy crawling their way to lower. There's a late man behind red who needs to use those smokes before they fade, but at least we have the bomb in play. Z-Power is just lurking in the yard for now. Flamey is in on rotation. No one out for ForZe on this B site, just working the secret. Flamey's taking a position that leaves him dedicated to B, but also doesn't leave him exposed. He can deny this bomb plant. Got to be careful. This door could get opened, and he's climbing up into the rafters. Great position. ForZe are going to have their work cut out for them on this B site if they want the plant. Uh-oh. Not a worry.
Did get a little scary, though. Don't lie, Hugo. Flamey on 20 HP. It's just going to be on X Power with a P250. Ooh. Finds one on the Boomich, so pretty good, but nothing going in the way there. ForZe is going to drop that round. We're going to see NAVI very comfortable now.
Yeah, this should just be the eco for ForZe. They've got some cash on a few guys, but with the investment coming in that round there, I imagine it's just a bit of a weird one. Armaze has taken the Krieg. Armor on the players that can afford it, and Z-Power saving money for that AWP. So this will still allow a full buy, pretty much. Almaze is going to be left with nothing, but that's because he has taken the big boy buy in this round. Look at Simple. You never really see players up here. Let's see what he can get done from this position. Simple up on top of the garage, taking these fights, brought down. Ooh, almost dies from the full damage, but he's all good.
Monka S. Scary stuff. He is on 3 HP. He's just going to be tucked inside a big garage. Going to try to get a shot here on X-Power in a second, but I think X-Power sees him. Calls it out to Flit. Ultimately shoots him down with the Krieg. 3v2. And another good shot. X-Power ringing Electronics bell. 2v2. Got control of Secret. X-Power is going to elect to not go straight down. Flit down there with the bomb already. X-Power grabs a weapon that Simple dropped.
Oh, well, they're wrapping back to A. Perfecto can stop all this madness right here, right now, and he draws in the attention. Flamey's there to close the round. Na'Vi yet to drop a single one in this CT side. It's going swimmingly, 3-0 right now.
A pretty good round there for all things considered. ForZe really could have actually turned that one around and taken it, but, you know, sometimes it's not the way she goes, Bubs. The way of the road.
Some nice deeks, but meaningless in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, right? A couple of kills are valuable to ForZe in the long run of this game.
Yeah.
I think that's why they're very, very keen to bring an investment out into this round, in the round prior. It's allowed them to do some damage, and you can see a couple of players for Na'Vi running low on funds here over on this CT side. You need to get in control of the economy game if you're ForZe. That is the most important thing. We've seen so many of these close, hard-fought series fall apart in the final couple of rounds, all on the back of that fickle beast that is the economy. Outside smokes go in. Simple. Spamming. Bit of a miracle that he didn't find anyone there for ForZe, honestly. That was close. Close as no cigar. Simple. Leaving outside. Boomich now, the responsibility is on his shoulders to hold secret.
Yeah, just standard stuff for Boomich. Smoke down, able to back off towards a long hallway. Take the stairwell. He's not really got a gun to hang around and fight, so we probably won't see him commit to more than a bit of a spray and a back off towards vents, reposition, stall them out as long as you can. Stay alive, most importantly. Boost is up. Flash comes from the other side, though. That will divert their attention. There is a man ready to burst open those doors. Flit trying to clear left. Boomich is committed. He walks up the stairs right as they come around the corner, and there's a trade from Flamey. He does come through that doorway. Oh, Flit almost losing his life. In the meantime, top side push. Big kill from Jerry, dropping the man behind the silo. That bomb needs to be picked up. There's 20 seconds. Simple is alone. Flamey has been dealt with down on lower, and he's got to clutch it out in a 1-on-3. If there was any man to do it, I don't have to tell you.
Oh,
okay. Come on. Come on. You're joking.
There we go. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Well,
Just jump.
He's just on a trampoline next to the vents. Wild scenes.
Oh, God. This is the game that keeps on giving, I think.
I don't think I had any more octaves left. Is that the word for the notes?
Octaves?
Yeah.
I guess octaves for you, but octaves for me, so yeah. It's that,
Look
you know,
at
it's a
this.
translation. Look at this.
How does this happen?
Why is he so obsessed with the legs as well? Like, oh, God, that was great. Z-Power. He's got the orb. Oh, do it. Yay.
Hey, he can hear you. If you're loud enough, they can hear.
He's in Moscow, so I don't think he can hear me. I mean,
Maybe if you're really loud,
yeah.
really go for it. Electronic, not being loud, being silent in his rotation over here towards Hell. Ramp room taken by ForZe. Z-Power's smoke AWP shot has really cracked this round wide open, giving them a good chance to find something. He's just going to keep holding this Hell position for the time being over at Ramp. ForZe are not budging. They know all the pressure is on Na'Vi in this round.
Wall of smokes outside for ForZe. Begin to make a little room for them. But simple and lower. Boy, oh boy. Can he give us an Ameti level clip? It's probably before your guys' time, but it's fine.
Lost on me. Sorry, Trace.
Once upon a time, there was a game, all right? And it was called not Global Offensive. It was not Source. It wasn't even Condition Zero. Wow. It was Perfecto taking hut control, grabbing an AK, backing out, stopping the hit from the other side. A recovery, though. 2v2 now for ForZe.
Simple. Yeah, you could feel something was going to happen there, but not quite. Electronic on the other side of this smoke, going to go through it and might catch the timing to find face crack. Almost another clutch from Electronic. This time they're able to shut him down before that gets out of hand. And the 9th round now for ForZe. They are slowly but surely closing this gap. As they take their 2nd round in a row, that's going to bring the economy of Na'Vi to its knees. And so this should be double digits for ForZe. They know the money's not there over on the Na'Vi side. 3 MAC-10s purchased up. This round is going to be something gross, maybe even something fast. The outside smokes go in almost immediately, and it might just be the 5-man secret push.
Might be something squeaky, Harry.
And we ain't talking doors.
Nope.
Smokes and mirrors, though. ForZe hiding behind them. Not committing behind the smokes towards secret, though. Just chilling in the yard, waiting and baiting as they hope Na'Vi give them kills. These pistols are not garage side, though. 3 down on lower, 1 on the A site. We've got a man on ramp. Grenade ready for Flamey, and he's going to throw that off the back of the information spotted by Boomich. But there's no information to be spotted. ForZe aren't going down lower. Na'Vi are already stacked there, and ForZe have a bit of an inkling. They have a read, and they're going up towards heaven. This is a perfect call. Only 1 man on that top site is going to be Perfecto. He's got to do everything with the CZ, and ForZe are about to split him from multiple positions. He's trying to push into the lobby. This is a good reaction, though, from Perfecto. He gets himself into a nice spot. You lose A, but you're going to realize you've lost A when ForZe start to make noise, and you can try and come in for kills on the retake. But kills are probably all that Na'Vi can accomplish in this round. That being said, 2 of them coming through straight away. And yes, dealt with instantly. No weapons picked up with the exception of this MAC-10. And Electronic might just go in and save.
Ooh. How many more bullets? 10? Plenty. More than enough. There you go. Jerry gets both the quick switch around.
1 health.
1 HP to survive, and a 10th round for ForZe, now 1 behind Na'Vi. This has been such a back and forth series. When the day started off, it was an 8-0 lead for ForZe over on Inferno. We saw them close that out narrowly in their favor, 16-12. Train went the distance. That was another one where ForZe had the lead, 13-6 there. And then Na'Vi were able to drag us through to overtime, kicking and screaming. They've now brought us to nuke. Na'Vi had the lead in this second half. It's actually ForZe for the first time in this series having to try and claw their way back into it. But that's a different kind of pressure altogether, and maybe that's where ForZe feel most comfortable. They're now 1 round behind Na'Vi, knocking on the door. Will Na'Vi let them in?
Lack of orb could be a real problem with dealing with this outside control. We know Simple loves to play up in the heavens and shoot players on the cross, going down behind the secret smokes. No idea how he sees them, but seems to consistently find those kills. Won't be today, though. It's Electronic in the yard. 20 kills to his name, top of the server. Joint with Jerry. And here to hurt the heroes of ForZe. Moving down towards B is FaceCrack, though that's a massive frag. Boomich jiggling, gets shot in the face on the repeat, and now FaceCrack making serious movements down towards B, opening the doors. Does he hear? Yes, he does. Flamey's gone as well. B is his, but it is a fake. It is a topside play. You can come up the vents, and Na'Vi still have 3 players here. They still have a heavy A-side setup, so ForZe need to be very careful if they do want to commit towards A, regardless of these kills. Now that they've dropped down vents, they can take the bomb towards lower and get the plant in. Na'Vi bypassed, Simple avoided up in the rafters, and it's going to be another ForZe round with 5 alive.
Yeah, they're 4th in a row to put this to 11-11, and it could go flawless as well. ForZe, no doubt in my mind, they are well and truly back in this.
Making a good case for it right now.
I haven't crunched the numbers on this one, but I feel like Boomich at the Pro League thus far is having one of his worst individual events thus far I can remember seeing him at. Struggling a bit in this one here and now as well. He was the first man to fall in this round. He gave up that secret control that allowed FaceCrack to go on to secure the B bomb site. We know how good Boomich can be. We just want to see him get back to that. Not in this round, though, you imagine.
He, in that series, not yesterday, 2 days ago, rather, when Na'Vi lost to Big, Boomich was constantly getting picked on Dust 2, constantly giving away the man advantage. He was something like 1 and 8 in opening duels by the end of that game. yeah, having a really rough game. He has been struggling individually in the Pro League so far. Hopefully that can turn around here as Na'Vi needed more than ever. 11-11, Perfecto on the solo gun. He's got to do the heavy lifting, and he spots a player silo, but Almazer is so quick at taking that kill. Boomich. Ooh, he's sneaking, he's creeping, he's trying to grab the gun. He has picked up an M4, a chance to escape towards A. Flit down, and Boomich is out.
Flit down. Where are you from? They're simple with a deagle shot, ringing it out, making it hurt. 3 alive for ForZe. They do have tons of utility left, all with rifles. They can really get into one of these bomb sites if they want. But which one is it going to be? Real quiet scenes all the way around. Simple playing from hell. Face Crack and X Power are going to work their way up through heaven right about now. Just playing opposite of them will be Electronic without the hut, and the duel goes to Face Crack.
Oh, only good for one there.
Oh.
And the kills have come in. It's only Boomich remaining. But with that kill onto Z Power, he's brought it down to a 1v1. It's IGL versus IGL. Not exactly a fair fight, seeing as Boomich is relegated down to the P250.
Oh, no.
Jerry wrapping down toward the B-bomb site. Boomich heard footsteps over towards lobby, leaving outside. I think he's anticipated this is going to be the A plant. That is not the case. Jerry gets the bomb down for Boomich. Is there any hope? Is there any reason to go for this? There's an AWP over on the A bomb site he could look to save.
This is an eco for Na'Vi as well. Remember that. So, you know, this is already a really good round. It's already a round that they've taken a lot of damage. But Boomich, he wants everything. He wants all the kills, and he's going to go for it. Out on B, Jerry's got utility. Boomich is just looking desperately for this player. Could be anywhere, has no idea. Tap on the bomb. Jerry can go aggressive and clear it. He's done it. He's closed the round. And ForZe 12-11. That was an eco for Na'Vi that got very dangerous, very close, but luckily not going to fall for ForZe. This comeback is well and truly on trace. We talk about Na'Vi comebacks in this series. Well, it's completely turned on its head here on Nuke.
That it has, even on the T side for ForZe. You got to ask yourself the questions here about Na'Vi and their CT performance on this map. This has not gone well, but it has been going back and forth. Like a game of ping pong. We've got Face Crack in the server. We've even got Voice Crack here, Harry. What do we got going on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is pretty much how I feel. Simple. With his AWP down towards Secret. A bit of a difference in how he's going to approach outside here. That nade is meaty.
Chunky.
Not going to win any awards, though, for that. They need to follow up with a little bit. That's Face Crack at least brought down to the one-shot headshot realm. Up against these M4s.
Oh, no.
Oh,
How
boy.
does he stay alive? 2 HP Simple somehow is able to back out of Secret. He's so hurt. AWP, he wanted to take that peek outside, and if he would have done it, Lord knows. Face Crack real quick on it. Slow as Simple was, all he really needed to do was be basically breathed on at that point. Flame's going to try to catch him at this choke point. This double doors off to the side of sight. The trades are coming in just proper. It's going to be Exit Power that's responsible for it as well. Jerry, late through Mini. And again for Jerry. So 13 rounds for ForZe. They are looking like they are on cruise control at this point.
Oh, Na'Vi, you've got to be quaking in their boots at this point. This is getting terrifying, Trace. Electronic Simple, 20 frags apiece right now. It's not making a damn difference. Jerry's doing the heavy lifting over on ForZe with 25. This is how it could all come tumbling down after a long best-of-3 series, after a comeback from Na'Vi that wasn't meant to be on Inferno, a comeback that was successful on Train, and ForZe doing it back against Na'Vi in the third. Triple nade towards Silo, nothing, no one.
Yeah, this is almost certainly that 14th round.
Yeah, if there ever was a time to have these pistols get away with... Oh, how's that Molotov burning Electronic out? Okay, it's right there. I didn't actually catch they threw one at him.
They've been clearing that position. Every anti-eco, they throw a molly there. So, you know, ForZe have done their homework. They know the tendencies. They know the positions that NAVI like to play. So you've got to give a shout out to Jerry for that. He talked about his demo watching, and it's showing off. But so is Boomich pushing in through the lobby, getting an AK on this eco. A man down are ForZe, and NAVI are all over this lower site as well. This could get complicated.
Yeah, this is these same high-pressure rounds, these high-pressure situations that ForZe have crumbled in the past. There's a lot of players down towards this B site for NAVI. That is a huge kill from FaceCrack. Oh! It's actually Almeza to steal it away, but no! Flamey, double Deeg, secures a 12th round for NAVI, 12-13. And with that, this now becomes a more interesting state of affairs. Flamey locking down this B site, holding the fort as he wins a crucial 1v2 there to cement this 12th round. Investment back in from ForZe, rifles out across the board. Both of these teams are fully invested heading into round number 26. Whoever loses this really isn't going to have any options looking to the future. So this is the swing round. This is the moment that could define this game. And Boomich opening it up with a kill on a Jerry. Now Jerry just has to go and lead from beyond the grave. Watches his 4 teammates try and navigate the murky waters of this round.
And that is a big player to lose, considering Jerry's performance in this map so far. He's been holding his own individually. Electronic looks to further fight in the yard. He spots nothing. There's a player top main. Flit, keeping his eyes trained down below, and Electronic's just not spotting him here. He hasn't seen a thing. Little does he know, 2 players are so close.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
So good kill there by Flamey. He knows that he needs to get off this heaven position and back up a little bit.
They're looking for this this entry that will give them something to go off of. It's not presented itself, and Boomich is that next point of contact. They weren't ready for it. Just Z-Power, and now no one. 13 all, and the implications of this round are huge. It's kept very, very clean over on the NAVI side, only losing Electronic here. And that is absolutely massive if they want to be the ones to secure their first series win here in the Pro League thus far.
We've ragged on Boomich a little bit, but he stepped up in these last couple of rounds.
He really has.
3 kills in this round with the Krieg, and in the round prior, he pushed lobby, he got an AK, and he was able to, you know, bring that round down to the one-on-one, or one-on-two rather, that Flamey picked up. So, yeah, Boomich, you know, maybe not high fragging, but impact kills in this second half of Nuke. And yeah, ForZe are going full existence. They are taking the tactical pause on the T roof, chatting, and working out how they want to approach the next round. Because this one's already done. They're on Glocks. They have a Zeus.
Respect.
Got to do what you got to do. 13-13. What is the problem here? And what, more importantly, is the solution?
Well, you know, I also, you mentioned how we touched on Boomich. I did go and have a little look. This is the worst performance he's had as an individual since joining NAVI. Now, obviously, he's in that IGL role, right? So doesn't need to be putting up crazy numbers within the server. It's just the fact that often you can rely on him to do that for this squad. You got to wonder as well, does a poor individual performance start to have a pretty dire impact on some of the decisions that maybe get made? That's something I guess we can wait and see on. Electronic dealing with these pistols. ForZe weren't really expecting much here. As you mentioned, Hugo, taking that existence style pause, having a moment to talk this over without calling in a US Air Force tactical timeout. But it is still NAVI on 14, now back in the lead.
Do or die. We say that a lot, but this couldn't be any more true at this point. NAVI, if they win 15 here, they break ForZe's money and they likely close out the series. Vice versa, if ForZe pick it up, NAVI can still buy up. NAVI can still compete for this, for a win or for overtime. Simple. Oh, he's done this off spawn. He's going all the way down from ramp side. He's going to be wrapping safely. Didn't go in the yard and doesn't want to fight aggro either. He's going back to check vents. Someone's made the call that maybe it's been smoked and someone could be down lower. He confirms that isn't the case and now goes to deal with outside. It's not really being watched too heavily. We've got a timing plate in main by, I think it's Electronic spotting it. Simple doesn't want to fight outside because ForZe have been so patient in waiting on this silo and waiting by red, in hoping Na'Vi give them a kill. So this area is no longer an A map. There's no more battles going on in the outside ground. Na'Vi, they're saying to ForZe, if you want these kills, you've got to come and commit to a site, whether that be B, whether that be A. They've got players on both sides. Simple waiting now as those smokes land for the cross. ForZe moving down below. FaceCrack, he's hit the shot every single time on pre-fire, but not today. Simple is going to take him down. That's a huge opening kill here for Na'Vi. ForZe had no utility left, no map control. 35 seconds, they've got to rush top.
Yeah, they got to commit to this upper site.
They most certainly do, and they cannot falter. They cannot afford to choke on this one. Boomich trying to hold down the squeaky door, only good for one.
Ooh,
Jerry and Flit
wow.
have made this doable, but Electronic suddenly, from nowhere, from main, has been a real pain. The triple kill for Electronic. Match series point for Na'Vi. They came into today looking slow, looking tired. They go 8-0 down on Inferno to begin this series.
Yep, look at this by Electronic. You talk about a lethargic start. Well, this is the answer right here. A 3K, a triple kill to end the round out. And as soon as that player in the vent's making noise, Electronic's able to swing, get that last player out of the fight, and ultimately put Na'Vi up to series point. It's been a long best of 3. I imagine there's some fatigue on both sides of this one.
Yeah, no, I mean, you got to imagine that, right? This has been a long old series for both of these teams, and it has been hard fought on either side of the coin. For ForZe, it's always going to ring out in their mind that if they lose this, they had the opportunities, they had the rounds, they had times where this was their series to give away. And Na'Vi, they fought hard, they fought fast, and maybe they fought ForZe for this third map. 1 round is all they need. ForZe need 2 to take us to an overtime. Ooh. Electronic over here towards outside. It's a very, very weak buy for ForZe. Not what you would want to rely on up against match and series point. He smokes it down. They're trying to peek over the top. Electronic dropping the 1 rifle that they had in this round. Jerry swings out, has been able to retrieve it. At the very, very least, Electronics back in with another kill. Will get traded, will get mopped up at the very, very least here. FaZe cracks in with another. 3 versus 3 ForZe. They are not out of the fight just yet.
They've got to get that bomb, though. That's the hardest part. It's still dropped outside behind red, and they don't know if there's anyone still lurking around in the yard. There will be sooner rather than later. Boomich is coming up from lower. They're aware of the position, that they've got their eyes on it, and FaceCrack is going to hit the immediate kill. A 3-on-2 for ForZe, favored as they walk into this A site.
It's right here for the taking. Na'Vi right at the finish line. It's just simple and perfecto in this round to try to end this one, try to put a stop to the hopes and dreams of ForZe. Simple's going to find FaceCrack on the entrance of Mini, but Perfecto falls in the meantime. What you doing, Simple?
Oh, he knows.
Oh, my goodness. X-Power almost craters, falling off the rafters. 4 HP, 1-on-2. Oh, my goodness, the wall bang just barely missing. You could tell how antsy Simple is in this moment. You could tell just how amped up he is. He knows that one player's really low. You just got to worry about the player in hut, and that's Jerry. So half health, bomb starting to tick ever so fast. The time is now. No scope is there, lands on an X-Power. He's going to stick it. There's no way he goes for the reload just as a show of force. So close, and he gets the defuse. That's the end of the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what an ending to the game. Simple sticks the defuse, and that is the lesson of the day. Pros don't fake. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to start to lock this one down and even look towards our next match of Fnatic North. Don't move a muscle, everyone. This is the Pro League, and we'll be right back.
see me shining, calling me a goddess, thunder and the lightning. I'm falling, I'm faster, making my way back, I'm close to home. I'm fighting harder, because I've come to claim my throne. Never letting.
Yes!
Yes? Yes? Yes, sure. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, no problem.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, 1,000 times yes.
Discover. Accepted at over 95% of places in the U.S.
Messiah,